Okay, we are going to configure household naming in NPSP or Nonprofit Success Pack. Let's go hands-on this one. So household naming refresher. So whenever we create a new contact on NPSP, it will automatically create a new account for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and try one. Here, this is on our sandbox org, and this is the NPSP settings. I'm going to create a new contact and show you that it will automatically create a new account from it. So I'm going to hit here and new contact there. I'm going to name the new contact. Let's name it. The last name is Summer. And the first name is John Summer. So John Summer. Okay. So we are creating a simple contact named John Summer. And hit save. This will create a new account for John Summer as well. So John Summer contact is created and the account name is Summer Household, right? So where does this come from, right? Where does this come from? This comes from the NPSP settings. If I go here, as currently it is configured under people and then household, it is configured to be named last name household, right? You can change that to however you want to format it. So last name household or first name last name household, right? And yeah, you can configure it however you want it. So because it's this one that is chosen, this is how it's going to look like. You can change to family, or you can change to first name last name family, right? So if I change that, and this is the example, Sam Smith family, and then Sam and Sally Smith family, Sam, Sally, and Susie Smith family. This is how it's going to look like if I change to last name, first name. So Smith, Sam family, Smith, Sam and Sally and Susie family, right? You can actually prove it. So I'm just going to save that. So now if I go to contacts here, Mr. John Summer, and now I'm going to add a new contact again. A new contact. Now let's name it Sally. Sally Summer. Attach it to the Summer household. There. Now I'm going to save that. Now the account name changes. See? Now it's account Summer, John and Sally family based on the NPSP settings that we have defined here, the household naming. So it's under people and then household. So we've chosen this, right? And you can see the sample. Where was the sample? If you hit edit, then you can see the sample. If you hit edit here, this is the example of the household name format. So you can play around and decide for your organization which will be the best one, right? Talk with your management staff. So you can choose that, or you can use the household, which is like that, or just the last name household, which is last name household. So Smith household or Smith and Doe household if they have two different last names. And you can even have a billing city. So this is in Seattle family. That makes sense because some people have same last names, and if you have 50 million contacts, this will have defined which family is this? Oh, it's the one in Seattle, right? So please feel free to play around with it. Let's move on. So household naming refresher. We have played with customizing the household naming there. And then we can see there is also formal greeting, informal greeting. What do you use this? Say you are writing a letter and you want to address the person that you are writing to. Maybe you use formal greeting on the envelope, right? When you're merging your letter and you're printing it on envelopes, you want to use formal greeting and an address. So it will show Smith Seattle family. Well, that doesn't look personal, so let's leave the city, right? Probably you can use this one, right? So like that even. So yeah, you can play with that. Let's go back. So we have household name format, formal greeting, informal name connector. You can use and it will use the and here, or you can use the and sign like that, right? Like this. You can change to and it's going to say and, right? Or you can use this instead and it will change and to that sign, right? So that's how you change that. So name overrun, if you mention that one by one name mentioning, so if you have more than 2 contacts, it will just change to family. Let me show you, right? So for example, we are choosing the wait, not the formal greeting, the household name format. We are choosing the first name, last name, household. Let's see how that look like. Sam and Sally Smith household, right? So what if there is 3 contacts, or right now there is 5 contacts, meaning if that family have more than 5 contacts, after number 5 it will say household or family here, family. So I'm just going to change this to 2, right? If I change this to 2, and I'm going to show you if I've changed this to 2 and save this right now at the bottom here. I'm going to save that until the save button disappear there. Now if I go back to my contacts over here, I go to Sally Summer. So account name is Summers, John and Sally, right? But if I add a third contact name, whoever, let's name it who? Doug or something. New Doug Summer here. Doug Summer. And I'm just going to save this. You will see that the account name will change to here, John and Sally Summer and family household, right? Because that's how we configure it in the NPSP settings. As you can see, if we go back here and go to people household, so first name, last name, household, first name, last name, household. So if I go here, first name, last name, John, first name is John and Sally, but it's just going to mention the first 2, John and Sally Summer and family household. Well, you can play around with that. So if I go to the account, this is the account, and I manage the account here, manage account, you can sort the order of the contacts over here, which will affect the naming of the account. So as you can see, this is John, and then Sally, and then Doug. If I move Doug to the left here, say I want Doug to be the primary dude on the household. Doug is the alpha male, not John. So if I choose Doug and Sally, it will change the household naming here. If I save that, see, Doug now is the first. Doug and Sally Summer and family household. All right. So that's how you can change the naming by ordering the contacts accordingly by managing the account over there. All right. Now let's move on. We've done that. We've done that. Name overrun, we've discussed. Contact overrun count. You understand, right? The contact overrun. If I go back here, the contact overrun is the number of contacts before it changes to family or a household. Right now it's 2 contacts. So if we have 3, it's going to change to family, right? If I change this to 4, it's going to keep mentioning Doug and John and Sally, Summer, until it hits that limit. This is the limit, right? All right, so let's move on. You can refresh all household names because after you have modified any settings here, the settings you just updated is not changing the current account names until you refresh from the bulk data process there, and then you choose refresh household names there, and then you hit refresh all household names depending how many accounts you have on your org. If you have 50,000 or 100,000 accounts, it's going to take a while. All right. Okay, let's move on. So we've talked about that. Customize the name sequence. We've played with that, even moving it around, right? And then automatic household renaming. There are certain actions that trigger an automatic update of the household name. For example, if you update the value of a contact field that's included in the household naming formula, it will automatically rename the account. That will trigger it, right? Some common actions that trigger NPSP to update the household name include update to any contact field that's included in the naming formula. So if in the naming formula, which is this part here, households, which is this part, this is the formula, right? If you have a city, right? For your example, if you have the city here, there is an example with a city here, account billing city. So Smith, Seattle family, right? And the city of the contact or the account is changing, right? It will automatically update the account name as well whenever you update the city field on the address of the contact or the account. That's what it's referring to. Removing or deleting the last contact in a household and making primary contact field blank. With these cases, NPSP rename the household to anonymous, meaning they have no reference to name it properly. They're just going to name it anonymous. Okay, let's do the quiz together. True or false? There is only one household name format. No, we have a lot of options. Gaurav knows that No More Homelessness has a few household accounts with 10 or more associated contacts. To make sure records are always easy to read, he wants to limit the number of individual names that show in the household name, formal greeting, and informal greeting. What setting can he use to control this? What? The overrun. Remember? Here, the overrun. Count overrun, contact overrun, count. That's the settings. So contact overrun. Yeah, the overrun. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Bada bing, bada boom. Boom. Hit that subscribe button and explore new trailhead grounds and learn to implement the most useful and popular apps on the Salesforce App Exchange. And do yourself a favor, like this video, and you'll be surprised on how much more you understand when watching this same video after liking it. Don't take my word. Watch this one more time after you like the video and see it for yourself. Bada bing, bada boom.